Welcome to this week's edition of Santa Ana's only educational news and public information program, Education First, here on Channel 31. I'm Jeff Gothard. In our news briefs this week, Orange County High School of the Arts gets a new computer center. Custodians deep clean the schools, and we revisit Santa Ana High School's Arts on the Lawn event. First up, we'd like to remind everyone that it's registration time for students here in Santa Ana. You can go directly to your campus to find your registration dates and times, and if the office is not yet open, look for a poster in the office window that will give you the information you need to register your students. For more information, or if you have any questions, call our Registration and Testing Center at 433-3488. In other news, Interim Superintendent Jane Russo joined Santa Ana Mayor Miguel Pulido, Superintendent William Habermill of the Orange County Department of Education, Santa Ana City Councilman Carlos Bustamante, Dr. Ralph Opasic, President and Executive Director of the Orange County High School of the Arts, and Ingram Micro President and COO Kevin Morai, along with Executive Vice President and CFO Bill Humes at the school's 20th anniversary kickoff, where they unveiled their new Ingram Micro Media Resource Center. The Media Center will offer students 30 state-of-the-art workstations to meet the needs of the school's 1,300 creative arts students. Orange County High School of the Arts offers students one of the premier art schools in the nation, right here in Santa Ana. Next, we go to a story about how our district is getting schools ready for the fall. Who are the people that work, often late into the night, to make sure that teachers and students have a clean, safe environment for learning at Santa Ana schools? District custodial staff, a division of the Building Services Department headed by Dennis Ziegler, have been hard at work this summer, deep cleaning our school sites to get them ready for the first day of school. This year, they're using a team approach.
Okay, normally in the school year, the custodians clean with the concept of called zone cleaning, and zone cleaning is where the custodians at one school site will go out and they're assigned a certain zone or schedule and they individually clean it. Compared to what we're doing now is called team cleaning, and where we group custodians from various school sites, 2, 3, or even 4 schools. So we have a group of anywhere of 3 custodians up to 8 custodians on one group, and they tackle the custodial duties as a whole, as a group. And they're working together using their collective resources.
Well, usually in the past, the custodians are just at their school sites. Right now, we're traveling all over the district in certain areas, certain groups. There's 3 schools like us, Taft, Greenville, and Jim Thorpe. We've been working together, and we work good as a crew. We work real hard. The schools are coming out pretty clean. It seems to be okay. With the team cleaning, it's a little different. You know, we come in, we do the basics, and move on to the next school. I like the guys a lot, and we get along very well, and we work hard together, and it makes the day go by quicker. And before we know it, we've done quite a bit by the end of the day, and it's a sense of achievement.
Custodians are often the unsung heroes of schools, lending a hand with students who need air pumped into basketballs, making sure that equipment is working for assemblies, and fixing pencil sharpeners and more.
Our work basically is at night, you know, when everybody's gone. So we go in every room and make sure the room is ready for the next day, vacuuming and dust it and do the sinks.
Usually what I do, I clean up the lunch tables, I monitor the kids when they're outside, I help the teachers to assist when they need any help, like moving furniture or when they need something that, something extra or something is broken, so I assist them. We've been in a year-round school for so many years, since 1984, 85. Yeah, we started a year-round school. So since then, we hardly had any time off during that period of time to do some deep cleaning in our school. So basically what we're doing is we're going around to every cabinet, every countertops and clean them up, doing the rugs, doing the tiles, doing the tabletops, and doing all the lighting and some electrical problems that we have to update it.
According to the custodians we spoke to, the switch to a traditional year will help them get their jobs done more efficiently, and don't think that they let students get away with trashing the campus.
And, if I see a child throw something on the floor while I'm there, I say, can you please pick that up? And I say, thank you very much when I'm done. When they're done, I said, please don't do that again.
During the summers, we do deep cleaning. We clean the ceilings, the light covers, we shampoo the carpets, and we redo the floors. So we basically just tear the classroom apart and clean everything.
So, next time you see a custodian working at your school, remember to thank them for a job well done, because with nearly 60,000 students at 63 schools, it is a constant effort to keep our schools clean.
How do you convince a 14-year-old girl that hair doesn't matter? When the diagnosis is childhood cancer, where can parents turn? CureSearch.org can help. It's run by doctors and scientists whose research has led to an overall cure rate of 78%. You're not as alone as you feel.
Earlier this summer, we brought you a story about the Santa Ana High School Arts on the Lawn celebration, which is part of the annual countywide Imagination Celebration here in Orange County.
Today we're doing Arts on the Lawn here at Santa Ana High School, and it's really special to us, especially the seniors out here, because it's our last performance of the year. But Arts on the Lawn to us, it means it's just a day to express every single kind of art. We're dancing. The Santa Ana High School dance team is dancing today, and there's also singers and there's artists today displaying all their work. And what it means to us is just a day to express our emotions through dance and through movement.
Everyone to be an artist, and I always say sometimes the artists are more the quiet students, but today their voice is being heard. Okay, Arts on the Lawn was started in 1986, and it was originally called Art on the Lawn, and then the music and the theater and dance joined in, and it's been Arts on the Lawn ever since. And about 5 years ago, Imagination Celebration approached us, and they said, we love your event, and we would like to sponsor it and be asked us to be included in one of their 50 events. In the past, we've won the Disneyland Creativity Award. We've won the Loretta Sanchez statewide contest. And this year I had a student, Miguel Soria. He won a scholarship to Laguna College of Art. To every student's education, even if you do not continue to be a professional artist, it develops your brain, it promotes creativity, and to me that's something we need to encourage in every child.
It's interesting because they come in and they are just used to pointing cameras at things, not much storytelling involved, and then they start getting into storytelling, and then what they start to discover different camera angles and different controls, and then with editing and everything to make their stories come alive. And then when they start to add the sounds and music and things like that, it becomes more interesting, and then they're off on their own. I don't have to guide them so much after that.
The program here is called Filmmakers Tomorrow. Basically, we go over on the basic shots of a movie, like wide, medium shot, and then like close-up or close-ups. We do the editing. We are focused on school events like pep rallies. We film those. Then we get some editing experience.
Hurt myself again today, and the worst part is there's no one else to blame.
I think the Arts on the Lawn is a great opportunity for my students to perform and show their art, express what they feel inside, and show the world. It's like writing an essay. Choreography is just another form of expression, and it's exactly like writing an essay, actually. They start with a blank stage, just like a paper. You start with a blank piece of paper, and then you create your words, and you speak from your heart, and you articulate, and you edit, and you finally come up with a finished product. And this is a great way for them to express that.
I'm the Performing Arts Chair here at Santa Ana High School. I've had the pleasure of being a part of Arts on the Lawn for the past 15 years. Our students have got the real kick out of performing for their peers. It gives them confidence, it gives them focus to stay in school, and they really enjoy what they're doing. It's really neat to have something to come to school for that they really enjoy, and events such as this really are the icing on the cake for the year.
What do you call it a funny bone?
Why can't penguins fly?
Like a sea safety.
Can we go to the moon on vacation?
If you think it's tough answering these questions, imagine the ones you'll get if your child is diagnosed with cancer. CureSearch.org can help. It's run by doctors and scientists whose research has led to an overall cure rate of 78%. You're not as alone as you feel.
As part of a partnership with the Futures Channel, we now can provide viewers with videos that connect math, arts, science, and technology concepts with real-world careers. We'll be showing many programs from the Futures Channel right after this edition of Education First. This week's episodes demonstrate science and design in solar-powered cars, where students build a car that can drive for 200 miles at speeds up to 55 miles an hour using only the amount of power that it takes to run this hairdryer. Math skills in prototype to product, sunglass design and fabrication in making sunglasses.
When you're interested in a subject, learning becomes very easy.
We went into building a solar-powered car to give real-world engineering, design, and fabrication experience to our students. The light from the sun is converted into electricity, and that drives an electric motor, which then drives the wheel of the car. The amount of power that one can get from the sun in a surface area about the size of a car is about 1 to 2 horsepower.
We had to take something with the power of a hairdryer and make it go 40 miles an hour. And to do this the most efficient way, I figured had to rely on aerodynamics.
You can imagine it's quite different from driving a passenger car.
No back seat for the kids, no air conditioning.
The fastest and best way we had was make some wooden models and put this into the wind tunnel.
We designed a program that would predict how well the vehicle could perform under different conditions, different sunlight conditions, different racing conditions.
On the car are just over 9,000 photovoltaic cells. The solar panel design is restricted by the rules to 2 meters wide by 4 meters long. Our cells are each 2 centimeters by 4 centimeters. If one calculated that out, they would find that if every bit of the surface area were covered, it would hold 10,000 cells. So we have about 90% coverage.
At one point, we had decided it would be best to farm out our solar panel. And what ended up happening was the solar panel came back and it was twice the weight we wanted. It was very strong, we could walk on it, but it wasn't what was required for this car to be lightweight.
We had 20 or 25 students, 5 or 6 faculty, and 3 or 4 staff members work 7 days a week, day and night on the project for over a year.
We calculated how long it would take one person working alone to build this vehicle, and it came out to be about 165,000 man-hours, which is about one person working full-time for 65 years.
The Solar Eagle project brought forth the very best of our students.
A project like this gives you a lot of confidence. For the first time, your engineering professors are asking your opinion. You know, Kitty, what do you want us to do? Shall we smooth this part, or how do you want to do this?
Working on this project was definitely the most important thing in my life, and changed me considerably as a person.
The team developed that's very, very close, and I suspect that the people on the team will be close throughout their lives and throughout their careers. People get very interested in solar cars. They give them a glimpse, perhaps, into the future.
If the flash is too close to the lens and you take a picture, there'll be red dots in people's eyes, and that basically is called red eye. So you have to design the flash so that it's a certain minimum distance from the lens. So this is the prototype. But eventually this product becomes this product. This is the real thing right here. You can come up with any kind of sketches and beautiful drawings on paper. But if you can't create a drawing that has all the right numbers and figures on it, it won't be able to be manufactured. You have to create a dimension drawing, and then this drawing goes to the model maker, who then makes the model.
I'm Mark Flanagan, and I design sunglasses. I think about design all the time. There's a lot of components in designing a sunglass. You have the front and you have the lens. The side pieces on the frame are called temples. The nasal area, where your nose fits, this little bump is called the bridge bump. This curve allows you to be able to put the frame on without scraping into the side of your head. You also have the hinge on the frame, the crossover angle. You also need to know how the frame goes together. Here in Rochester, we make about 5,000 frames a day. This is plastic that the frames are made from. This machine is responsible for cutting out the fronts of the frame. It can do about 8 frames at one time. This machine cuts out the temples. This is where we put the temple curl onto the temple. These plastic pegs are used in the barrels behind me to polish the frames. And this is what they look like when they come out of the finishing barrels. Each frame is inspected before it's sent out to be assembled, where lenses will be put in and temples put on. It's fun to see your design finally come to life.
Also on Channel 31 this week at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 7:30 p.m., except for Tuesday evening during the board meeting, we'll be showing Help Me Grow, produced by OCHSA-TV with funding from the Orange County Children and Families Commission. This program will be presented in English and Spanish, and it's about how parents can learn more about how their children learn and grow. That's our news for today, and remember to mark your calendars. The first day of classes for the new traditional year at Santa Ana Schools will be Thursday, August 31st. We'd like to hear from you, so if you have good news about your Santa Ana school, please call us at 480-5374 or email us at channel31@sausd.k12.ca.us. This fall, we'll be looking for students who want to do book reports here on Education First, so start looking for good books to tell your friends about. Thank you for watching, and if you see something you like on our show, tell a friend. I'm Jeff Gothard for Education First, Santa Ana's only educational news and public information program here on Channel 31.
It takes just 3 steps to get ready for an emergency. Get an emergency supply kit, make a family emergency plan, and be informed about different types of emergencies. First, go to ready.gov to get a list of everything your emergency kit should contain.
And we're going to print this out. Okay, so we have our emergency supply list.
You probably have a lot of the items on hand already. You'll be able to find the rest in your local store.
Okay, let's get some granola bars. Okay, now we need enough for maybe about 3 days. So why don't we you can get a couple different kinds. Go ahead, Jordan, grab a flashlight. C batteries we need. We should have enough food for 3 days, things that don't have to be refrigerated.
Next, put all the items together in a box that you can carry with you if you need to leave home in an emergency.
And we have lots of vegetables, because I know you don't want to live without your vegetables. Okay.
Make sure to include any medications and infant care items that your family needs. And if you have a pet, don't forget enough food and water for that member of the family.
Ready?
Who should be our out-of-state contact?
Your family may not be together when an emergency happens, so it's important to have a communications plan in place.
How about your parents?
Or my parents would be perfect, because one of them is always there.
Where do you think our neighborhood meeting place should be?
The kids would know the clubhouse.
You should also learn the emergency plans for your workplace and schools.
They take the kids to the high school if they need to evacuate our school.
Make sure everyone in your family is familiar with the plan and has a copy of all the contact numbers.
What this is, it has the information on it for what happens if there is an emergency. Okay, so let's put it somewhere very safe where it won't get mixed up with your homework, where you always know where it is. So let's say there was a natural disaster.
Ready.gov and links to local information will help you learn about the types of emergencies that could affect your area. The information will help you know what to do in case of any emergency, natural or man-made. You'll find everything you need to prepare yourself and your family for an emergency at ready.gov. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Don't walk. Don't walk. Walk. Do not enter. Hot dogs. Definitely like hot dogs. Motorcycle club. Everything must go. Ghostly ghouls. Don't look at that, Teddy. Body piercing. Ouch.
Everyday moments can become teaching moments because learning starts long before school does. Give your child the start they need at bornlearning.org.